Hello everybody, Incon here to talk to you about the new patch, FAFNIR'S Wonderworld. I was not around to catch the patch live. I was very busy on the day of the patch, so unfortunately I couldn't catch it, but luckily they put the Smite patch notes up for us on their forums, and so we can check it out here. I don't know everything about the patch. I've heard some things around here and there. I don't think there's anything too meta changing in this patch. You know, this is basically one of these final patches going in here towards Worlds. They don't want to do anything major towards Worlds. So it's probably just going to be a lot of skins and stuff, but I have heard that there's quite a few cool skins, and that's what we're getting right into when we start off this patch notes, is our first skin, which is a Mercury skin. Captain Quick Mercury. I mean, it's okay. It feels like what? Like very flashy. Like literally flash like the character. So I think that's kind of what they're trying to go for here. It makes sense. It's kind of got that superhero vibe to it. I don't know if I would use it over... what is it? The EX Mercury, because I just like that skin so much, like the changing colors. But on the whole, I mean, it's a pretty cool looking skin, but not necessarily my favorite skin for him. A Barbarian Thor, which is really cool. If it actually gives him a sword in game instead of a hammer, that's actually sick. Thor's got way too many skins and way too many good skins. But I would be so down to throw a big-ass sword at somebody instead of a hammer. I don't know why that's so much cooler to me, but it feels so much cooler just to stick somebody in the back with a sword than it does to hit him in the back of the head with a hammer. So I could totally be super down for this skin, and I guess I'll just run Thor every game if that's the case. Tear Hail to the King. I don't actually like the name of this card, Hail to the King, but this is definitely... a card inspired by, well, what's it called? Evil Dead, I believe that's what it's called. The old movie series. What's the guy's name? Ash, I believe. The character's name is Ash, and he's got the shotgun hand and the giant chainsaw in the Book of the Dead. This is very obviously a play off of that lore and universe. So, I mean, I think it's cool because I really like that movie. It's a ridiculous, I'm going to call it comedy horror. But if you haven't seen that, you really should be seeing that movie, and then this skin will make sense. But on the whole, I enjoyed the skin, but Tier kind of sucks. You know, I say that, and then Dimmy will play Tier and go like 10-0, but whatever. Geb Snowman. So, this is definitely a skin that makes sense, and I can't believe the skin hadn't been made a long time ago. But look how flippin' cool he is. He's got a carrot nose. He's literally just a snowman with he's got the train track going like you put around your tree. I really hope that this, if this came with its own like global emote, that'd be really cool. I don't even know what it could be, but you know how like you can do like the Geb We Are the World thing? That'd be kind of cool if this had its own unique Christmas flavored emote. Kind of like, you know, Kuma does his fire thing. Something for Geb, but I doubt it will because that's super rare. Ratatasker Festive card. So he's a squirrel reindeer. A squirrel reindeer. Oh, he's got a red nose. He's literally like Rudolph. Okay. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. God, that's an ugly Christmas sweater, though. Ugly Christmas sweater, Smite style. But on the whole, I'm down for that. Nothing against this particular skin. I mean, so far all these skins have been cool. And at least pretty different. Chiron Slay the Bells. That's pretty badass. Will I ever use this skin over the Canada Chiron skin? That's the real question. Would I play this over being a moose? Probably not. Mainly because you can just say, sorry, but really, over and over again and say, oh, Canada. But outside of that, this is a good skin. I'll definitely get it because holiday skins are awesome, and I'll probably play it during the holidays, but when it's not the holidays, it's Canada season. Mercury looks like he gets some new gold cards. Good for him. He looks super young. Holy cow, look at that face. Look how young he looks. This is like super. Look how smooth his skin is. He's so succulent. Look at this. That's the smoothest skin I ever seen on a human being. Airbrushed. Mercury's airbrush. He's got zits everywhere. And Thor gets a new gold card as well. I don't know if they actually redid the skin itself or if they just redid the card. So, for the most part, that's all that you get, it seems. And that is all of our skins, and we can actually get into the patch notes, which I don't think there's that much of this patch. Mercury, yeah, so Mercury Mastery Skins, Thor Mastery Skins. Maybe they did. Maybe they redid them both. This says Mastery Skins, so maybe they actually redid the skins themselves. New emote, Mercury Dance. Well, he just got a new skin plus redone skins. It makes sense. New avatar, Cutesy Fafnir. Holy crap, that's adorable. Ferocious Hen, also adorable. Rat and Roll, adorable but not even close to these two. Oh my god, Cutesy Fafnir. That did not make that bigger, so that did not help at all. But I wish it would have. Wow. My golly, that is cute. And what even is this? Why is this a thing? Ferocious Hen avatar? There's not a hen in Smite, is there? Look how cute he is. That's going to be a hard decision. One or the other, one or the other. We'll get both. Okay, achievements. Oh boy, Thoth gets achievements. Scrats. Nobody cares. So Odyssey 2017. Barbarian Thor, Hail to the King. The Rat and Roll avatar. And an Odyssey reward Demonic Pact HUD theme will be a part of it. The only limited one is that theme there. So half of the skins basically are coming within that Odyssey pack. And the other ones were like Christmas flavored, so they're going to be seasonal, I would imagine. FAFNIR'S Wonderland. Brand new encounters. FAFNIR'S Wonderland brings 15 all new encounters where players will battle against all of the winter holiday skins. Oh! So they made a new PVE mode. So they're bringing back the PVE mode for Christmas. They said they would bring it back if it was popular enough, and it looks like they're going to be. Easy and hard modes. Oh, cool. All 15 encounters are broken into Tier 1 and Tier 2 versions. Tier 2 versions add additional elements to the encounter, making them more challenging. That's really cool. So if you're just playing with plebs, you can do Tier 1, but if you want to go super hardcore, it's like, F it, let's go Tier 2 and get our butts kicked. Easy mode, you begin round 1. That's a good place to start. Each of the 15 encounters in Tier 1. On round 16, you change to Tier 2 encounters. Players start round 1 fighting each of the 15 new encounters on their Tier 1 difficulty. Upon reaching round 16, the encounters change to the Tier 2 versions and scale in difficulty from there. So kind of like last time, it's basically the exact same thing, but it looks like you're going to be able to maybe start on Tier 2 now instead of having to go through this first 15 rounds every time. Hard mode. Players start at round 1. Oh, wow. Start at round 1 fighting each of the 15 encounters on their Tier 2 difficulty. Hard mode is locked after you complete round 15 on easy. Okay, so hard mode, you start round 1 on the Tier 2. And then it goes to Tier 3, presumably after that, instead of having to start at the Tier 1. That's nice, so that way you don't have to mess around with playing through the easy mode kind of stuff all the time in order to get to round 16 where it actually starts. And you're like, oh, I hope I get the Chronos round out of the way or whatever. Cool beans, cool beans. The PvE mode, if you didn't play it last time, was stupidly fun. I mean, like, stupidly fun. I put like 2 weeks into that thing, just grinding it, having a good time, and getting like my MMO crush out of there, like my raiding need. So that was pretty awesome. Achievements. By playing FAFNIR'S Wonderland, you earn points towards an achievement. Congrats. This achievement has 5 tiers. Completing rounds in easy earn you 5 points. Completing rounds in hard will earn you 15 points. There will be quests during the weekends that will provide up to 100 points towards the achievement. Okay? Each tier of the achievement will grant the player Odyssey points. The 5th tier will also give a Cutesy avatar chest roll with the new FAFNIR Cutesy. Leaderboards will be broken into easy and hard modes. Miscellaneous, who cares? Odysseus Bow. Odysseus Bow was often too expensive to compete with other bridge attack speed items. Now it can more easily be mixed into earlier builds for players who want to maximize attack speed while supplementing their lane clear poke. Additionally, to match the reduced cost and focus towards the early game, the late game scaling has been reduced. Reduce the cost from 2450 to 2100. Passive physical power scaling reduced from 50% to 30%. Interesting. So they kept all of its attack speed, and it still does presumably the same base damage on the passive. The only thing that changed was the physical damage scaling is down 20%. So it does hurt its late game, but that's a pretty decent item. 2100 gold, that might be viable as like a Ichivol style slot, where Ichivol gives the 30% 10-pen, 40% plus the passive damage, helps a little bit with clear. That could be maybe where you'd be looking to pick that up. Is it going to be good enough to pick up? I'm not sure, but I like the idea of putting Oboe towards the start / middle of a build instead of the end of a build. It's actually pretty nice. Also may allow you to get different physical power items that don't have attack speed and then just getting Oboe for your attack speed because of how much it gives. Poison Star, increased physical power from 30 to 40. Okay. You're probably still not going to get it because Deathbringer, Malice, Wind Demon, Rage. There's a lot of items that are basically Poison Star but better. It can be utilized. Will an extra 10 power bring it in? Probably not. The people that are picking up situationally beforehand are still going to be picking up situationally, and congrats, now they've got 10 more power. Bellona. Bellona brings the weapon of her choice to the battlefield. In the early lating phase, she usually using Bludgeon. Yep. However, Bludgeon overshadowed Scourge. Well, obviously. With this power shift, they're power shifting it? Should be closer to each other in strength. Scourge, cooldown changed from 18 seconds overall to 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Bludgeon increased cooldown from 10 seconds to 12. Why are you nerfing Bellona? That's just a straight nerf. That's a straight nerf. 2-second increased cooldown on Bludgeon and a 2-second increased cooldown on Scourge. Because you're not leveling up Scourge before your Bludgeon still, because Bludgeon's better. So basically, they nerfed Bellona out of nowhere for no reason. Bellona was getting played like once or twice every once in a while, compared to like Sobek, Robin, or Long, who's getting played every single game. Dumb change on the whole. Dumb, 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 dumb. Dem. Fenrir. Throughout the season, we've been looking at percentage-based abilities. They already scale over the course of the game. Fenrir's Seething Howl is a great example of ability that was being hindered by this double scaling and seeing a wild difference in power based on its rank in Fenrir's build. So they removed the per rank scaling. So instead of going from 50... Wow, really? Lifesteal changed from 15 to 35% to 30% at all ranks? That's incredible. So, Seething Howl, of course, with your runes, gets a 2x advantage on the lifesteal, which means that with 1 point into Seething Howl, you can get 60% lifesteal on your auto attacks. I mean, that's going to give a legitimate reason. You're going to put a point into your Seething Howl at the start of the game. Beforehand, basically, you wouldn't get Seething Howl to the very end. You would just level up Brutalizing your jump over and over again. But now you're just going to get 1 point into your 2, which is your Seething Howl, so you can actually have the lifesteal and then utilize it all the time. The power bonus is sure, it's fine. That's nice at the end of the game, but you don't need it early. All you really wanted early was the lifesteal so you can lifesteal off a camp and stay in the game. That's actually a huge buff for Fenrir. That is crazy strong. Wow. Good for them. The Matron of the Dead has a unique type of basic attack that's very difficult to confirm. Yes, it is. An attack that's difficult should have additional payoff. I've been saying that for forever. Basic damage increase from 36 to 40. Basic attack damage per level increase from 2.05 to 2.4. Okay, cool. I mean, I agree. Itsunami's auto attacks, I've always said basically that what her auto attack should do like 105% damage instead of 100%, you know what I'm saying? Because if you've got to hit an auto attack basically twice in order to get the same power of one auto attack, it should be better if you hit both. Because otherwise, what's the point of having harder auto attacks if they hit the same as a Rama using his big-ass astral arrow? So that's good that they're trying to move that in the right direction. They're slowly moving her into the right spot, and I can definitely see her getting played a little bit more. Mercury, the fastest god alive, will regain his title. Mercury has had a wild ride over the seasons of Smite, but his theme and playstyle should obviously include more movement speed related perks. Increased movement speed from 375 to 381. Well, while that makes him the fastest god in the game, my OCD is triggered. Why 381? We finally took away the Jotun's Wrath from 11 to 10, and we put Mercury at 381 just because tilting. Just tilt the people. Maximum velocity now cleanses slows and makes the player immune to slows for the duration. That's cool. That's pretty nice. Not super important, but it's nice. It'll certainly help. Doesn't hurt at all. Susano fixed an issue. Good. Don't you dare buff him again. He's fine. Thoth. Here we go. Thoth is a late game mage who relies on solid positioning and accurate spellcasting. That's true. Evade and Punish are both receiving a late game buff to help the Thoth players find chances to deal damage. Reduce cooldown from 18 seconds at all ranks to starting at 16 and going down to 12 seconds. So that's a very interesting change to Thoth, because as of right now, before this patch, you level up Thoth's 1 first and then his 3 in order for your lane clear. But if Evade and Punish is going to give you lowered cooldown on your getaway skill, plus it increases the damage, plus it increases the slow on it, you're probably going to be leveling your Evade and Punish now instead of your 3. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 95% sure you're going to want to level your 1 first and then your 2 with this change. Having an extra 4 seconds on cooldown is a big deal. It's why almost all ROMs level their dash before their speed attack, because the cooldown on your getaway skill lets you play so much more aggressively, take a lot more chances than you can otherwise, because you're going to have your cooldown back up to get away. So there is a couple of decent changes. I mean, that's huge for Thoth. Obviously, Thoth's not playing in the pro scene right now. Huge change for Fenrir. And Bellona got nerfed because she was so broken and getting played every game. Just kidding. She wasn't getting played at all. I haven't seen a Bellona in a ranked game in 6 months. So I have no idea what they were thinking there. As far as items goes, the oboe change will be interesting. The poison star change is not interesting. And the new PVE mode, which will be tons of fun, and I can't actually wait to get my hands on that and check out some of those new encounters. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think about this patch, and if you think anything will have an effect on the meta. Hope you guys learned something here today, and as always, have a twitchin' day, y'all. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-ba-boo.